The mustard seed. Where is your faith level? Faith is the confident assurance in the trustworthiness of God. It is believing in the things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. Faith also holds a vital role in each person's spiritual life. It serves as the foundation for a relationship between humanity and the divine Almighty. Your faith transcends your mere intellectual growth and delves into a deeper realm of trust, reliance, and unwavering confidence in God's promises and His character. Today we're going to talk about the parable of the mustard seed. Jesus is comparing faith to a tiny mustard seed. This is one of the smallest seeds that, when planted, grows into one of the largest garden plants. It provides shelter and sustenance for birds. Matthew 17:20, New International Version, says, He replied, Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So as you can see, even a small amount of faith has the power to grow and achieve the unimaginable. We're going to speak about the centurion, and I love the centurion story because he has such great faith, and he is a Gentile, meaning he is not a Hebrew, a Jewish person. Matthew 8:8-10, New King James Version says, The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak a word, and my servant will be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes, and to my servant, Do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he marveled and said to those who followed, Assuredly I say to you, I have not found such great faith, not even in Israel. And then Jesus heals his servant because of the centurion's faith. And it tells us this in Matthew 8:13, New King James Version. Then Jesus said to the centurion, Go your way, and as you have believed, so let it be done for you. And his servant was healed that very same hour. Healed. Now the centurion has a few things that makes this extraordinary. Of course, I said earlier, the centurion had to have faith and believe in Jesus. He believed in Jesus' authority about the miraculous healing from afar. That was huge. He was also a Gentile, which meant he wasn't a Jewish person, which Jesus is. So it was unlikely for him to even approach Jesus. He understood his authority, though, and he knew he was unworthy, but he still approached Jesus. He asked for the healing of his servant and not for himself. So he was humble. And Jesus was so astounded by the faith of this Gentile that he hadn't seen all that in Israel. Now, my next example is a very favorite scripture of mine, Matthew 4:19-20, New King James. It's been a favorite scripture ever since I was about 7 years old. And it takes a lot of faith in this example. But remember, we only need the mustard seed, right? So The scripture says, and he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." And they straightway left their nets and followed him. Now the disciples' decision to follow Jesus and leave everything behind. They just do it in an instant. They left their work, their family, as well as everyone they ever knew to follow Jesus. And that takes a substantial amount of faith to do. They walked with Jesus his entire ministry. They spent more time with him than they did their own family. And they had no money. They were completely reliant on Jesus, who had no money himself. And Jesus didn't even have a home. So, in conclusion, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 1:11. So even the smallest amount of faith has the power to grow and achieve the unimaginable. And having faith will move even when you don't see anything happen. And faith to do what God says to do, even when you feel unqualified to do it. So I want to challenge you today, and my challenge is this: to have the faith of a mustard seed, because that's all you need. What's your impossible moment? Do you have enough faith in him to make it possible? God can and will move that mountain. All you need is a little faith. Thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed day.